do decide to do pull-ups, please do them properly. There are many people nowadays who have recognized the supremacy of pull-ups. Pull-ups are indeed actual kings for back development. Between someone who is going to train deadlift and someone who is going to train pull-ups for a year, I think that the guy with the most aesthetic back at the end will be the guy doing pull-ups, but he might be less.
I have no clue what this guy's talking about. He just mumbles and rambles on forever about ridiculous shit. Such a waste of time, man. He doesn't even know what real muscle is. He thinks rocks and muscles and water and muscles are real muscles. Well, they are. If you put water in your muscle, do you have muscles? Did you grow muscles? Did they hypertrophy? Yes, they hypertrophied. Okay. But is that real muscle made by protein? No. Get it? Because protein builds muscle. What happens? Oh my God, again. Protein synthesis needs to exceed that breakdown. The problem is you need to be in an anabolic growth state. What happens is if you're not consistently in an anabolic growth state, well, your nitrogen balance dips. You're breaking down proteins. That takes over 24 hours to increase that, to bring back to baseline that nitrogen balance. You get it? To be in an anabolic growth state. Again. Yeah. You have to be anabolic all the time to consistently build muscle. To get to that point, to get from A to B, you need to be in an anabolic growth state. You understand me? You can't be in an anabolic growth state one day and the next day you can't be in it. You understand me? Or I'll just eat this much amount of food, or I'll eat my fake artificial food and a little bit of protein or something, or I'll go to work out in the gym and then I'll walk around for a couple hours and maybe later when I get home I'll eat something. It doesn't work like that. You either build muscle or you don't. You take the time out for a couple of months, you build that mass on that myofibrillar, I don't know, by eating over 1,000 grams of protein a day, which maybe it's hard for you, it's not. If you can't afford it, then don't do it. But if you can't do that, if you can't stay in an anabolic growth state, if you can't consistently build muscle, even if you are coming chronically to the gym, I'm talking about growing mass on that muscle. And again, it would reach a myonuclear domain, and I'm not even sure if that could push it to get the progenitor to donate extra nuclei, because at some point it may be forced to donate it. I can't really tell you that at some point. See what I mean? But are you building more myofibrillars? No. But myonuclei synthesize protein. Without them, you can't further that domain. It's complicated. It's hard to keep going. I may have to donate some more new fibers, and then those fibers, they get more mass on them. The satellite cell. The nuclei, when the satellite cell comes out, these fibroblast cells, they're differentiated fibroblast cells, they form new fibers. They call them myotubes, and then these so-called nuclei bind with them, and boom, you get more muscles. Yeah, man, they synthesize proteins and they get more mass on them. Yes, like this guy, he's gonna tell you to do exercise.
Thick than the guy doing deadlift, which is why you want to do both your hinges and your pull-ups. Yeah. But yes, if you do your pull-ups,
if you do
negatives, and to do that, I have a very simple trick, and that's my rule number two. Every single pull-up starts from the top.
It starts from the top, yes, okay, yeah.
You do not start from the bottom of the negative, you start from the top of the positive. That is one rep. You're at the top, you extend all the way down slowly, then explode.
You go to the top, and then you extend slowly, and then you go back up, down, and that's how you get the myotube, and then you get the satellite cell to donate its nuclei, right, my friend? Okay.
Back up, that's one rep, okay? So 5 reps would be doing that 5 times. That way, you will not cheat.
You get 5 times, 1 rep, and it's gonna go like that? Yeah, okay.
Because by opening with the negative, one, you set yourself up for success because your technique is going to be much better.
Oh, when I do the negative, I set it up for success. It will be much better. Oh, okay, I get it.
And 2, you open with the most important part of the lift. So now you're going to reinforce that mentality in your head, and you're going to see much better gains. And on top of that...
Oh, I'm going to see much better gains. Artificial gains? What kind of gains? Oh, inflammatory gains, inflammation gains. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
I said it's going to make your technique better. The third rule, and the thing I want you to...
See what I'm trying to tell you? If any of these guys like this hypertrophy guy tells you that you're going to get gains from lifting your body or doing some weird exercise, it's kind of obvious that protein builds muscle and not that lift. But if it's the lift that is giving you hypertrophy, it's either sarcoplasmic, or I don't know if you're eating glycogen, okay, but let's just say, let's move that aside. The gains that you are getting are inflammation. You're doing these exercise, inflaming your muscles temporarily. Get it? Walking around with inflamed muscles, and maybe some gravitational loading and unloading on the cell. But it's always offloading when you go home. So that too is temporary. So you're getting this, you're inflaming your muscles, going to the gym, maybe a little bit of a pump. That's what you want. So you walk around with a little bit of phony pump and this inflammatory response, inflammation muscles, inflamed muscles. Get it? Yeah, man. That's why I'm trying to tell you, every time they tell you that you're gonna get gains by doing fucking these stupid exercises, those are the gains you're getting. They're artificial gains.
Do is you want to stay underneath the bar when you do pull-ups, both during the negative and as you explode back up. Again, I see many
the negative and you explode back up. He's been talking about powerlifting. They're a bit of
people who end up pushing their bodies back and trying to climb over the bar, so they end up away from the bar like in a curve. Why?
They end up away from the bar from a curve, and that will not get you enough inflammatory response in the muscles. Hypertrophy the muscles through inflammation. You have to do it very meticulously perfect, like this guy.
Do they do it because you are much stronger when you do that, because you're pulling with your arms?
You're much stronger. Are you much better or much stronger? I don't know. I don't think you're stronger. If you were strong, then you'd be able to do it off the bat. But you're not strong. You're weak. All humans are weak. Get it?
So, in a sense, you tend to skip the top portion of the positive and
I don't care if you practice at getting good at lifting your body on a bar. You're still weak if you're still the same size. I don't give a shit.
completely take the buck out of it by placing your elbows in front of your body instead of outside. By being here, it pushes you away from the bar.
Yeah, it pushes you away from the bar. Your body doesn't want to put on muscle. That's why it has a myonuclear domain limit, and it also has a repeated bout effect, protects muscle from any damage, further damage. Because it would interfere with people who work physical jobs, you dingbat.
If you are here, the bar could be aligned with your body, always.
But you wanna use it in fitness? I thought fitness was just to make you fit, to be good at doing specific things like gymnastics. You got to practice like being good or playing hockey or something. So you want to be good at lifting weights and doing all these weird things. And you're going to try to convince people they're going to build muscle by lifting that weight. I don't know about building muscle, but they definitely will hypertrophy their muscles through inflammation. Get it? Chronic inflammation, yes. And I don't know if you think that in your crazy mind, if you think inflammation are real muscles, then you really have to go check in to see a doctor, bro.
Keep the bar aligned with your body. You are only separated from the bar in that line when your head passes the bar if you want to go that high. That's it. When you go down, most of the range of motion needs to be under the bar. And I insist on this because the pull-up is a back exercise. So if you constantly push...
Why isn't anybody good at any of these things when they first start? Because they're weak. That's why. They're weak at every sport. They're weak at everything they do, humans, my friend. They're weak. They're weak at everything, even combat, warrior combat, whatever, holding a sword, doing something. They have to practice endlessly to be good at it, to get their body to calibrate, to adapt to whatever it is they're doing. And it'll age you because this is stress on the body. It's inflammaging, bro. Get it? Yeah.
Yourself away from the bar, you recruit less lats and you recruit much more arms. Please follow these 3 rules. I understand it's going to make you...
Sure. I'm going to leave it at that, man. That's how phony it is. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Natural, unnatural hypertrophy, faking it again. This black, what is this? Demon back? This is why you don't have a demon back. Advanced tips. Yes. A demon back builds a muscle. Okay. That's a good one. Yes, man. See you in the next one. Ciao.